the rarest PlayStation consoles. What up, Randies? I'm Stan from RandomTens, and surprisingly enough, I'm not just a Nintendo fan. If you grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s like myself, then you probably know of a little company called Sony, who changed the way people everywhere played video games. With their disc-based system and incredible lineup of games, Sony has debatably become the #1 gaming company of the 21st century, and has a stranglehold on the console market to this very day. But with 20 plus years of incredible systems under their belt, have you ever wondered what the rarest and most expensive limited edition Sony consoles are? Well, in this episode, look forward to seeing 4 extremely sleek and expensive systems. These are the rarest PlayStation consoles ever made. Beginning with the most notorious limited edition system in recent memory, the 20th anniversary PS4 is considered by many to be the ultimate platinum trophy for any PlayStation collector. Utilizing the original PlayStation's color scheme, right down to the cords themselves, this anniversary console was made as a way to honor 20 years of Sony gaming goodness, and was limited to just 12,300 units as a nod to the original launch date of the PS1. Currently, this beautiful box will cost you between $800 and $1,000 US, depending on the region and auction, but if that price just isn't doable, you can still find the companion 20th anniversary DualShock controller online for retail price. Personally, I think this console reinforces one outstanding thing that Sony's always been so great at, and that's understanding their customers. It's no secret that the PlayStation 2 is the best-selling console in history, with more than 150 million confirmed units sold. And with all of those systems sold, you'd probably expect there to be a few rare ones out there, and you'd be correct. When it comes to the PS2, there's various limited editions to choose from, but for my money, the most elusive of all were the Automotive Edition colors. It's such a simple concept, but in 2001, to commemorate selling a ton of PS2s, and yes, that's apparently the reason, as vague as it sounds, Sony made special edition systems in 5 gorgeous colors. These included Super Red, Metallic Silver, Asutorasu Blue, Snow White, and Light Yellow, with each color having 1,998 units sold or given out via contests or lotteries. Of them all, and as probably expected, the rarest of these 5 is either the Super Red or Light Yellow, depending on who you ask. Personally, I believe the yellow is rarer, or at least sells for more at this point, but with very few sales, it's hard to put a specific dollar amount on either variant. But I do know that owning one of these babies will cost you at minimum $500 US loose, and at least $1,000 new in box. Truth be told though, pricing information is very difficult to find, and so these numbers are only an educated estimate. Either way, you can't go wrong with any of the Automotive 5. And I thought information on that last entry was hard to find. The Midnight Blue themed PlayStation system was created in order to mark the 10 millionth console sold worldwide. It's admittedly less flashy than the other entries on this list. In fact, the Midnight Blue doesn't look all that great. However, considering even the number of units produced is up for debate, you'd better believe that this system is crazy amounts of rare. Doing a little digging, and to the best of my knowledge, 300 consoles were manufactured, but for some bizarre reason, only the 100 allocated to the PAL region were actually sold to the public. If true, this means that only 100 of these limited systems exist, which, after factoring in the many years since, explains the lack of information. Oh, also, there's an almost equally rare Men in Black edition of the console that's just as hard to find, which is so cool but so weird. No, you're not going crazy. Those were SNES games, and there's a perfectly plausible explanation. For those of you unaware, back in 1988, Nintendo entered a business partnership with Sony in order to make use of its new CD-ROM technology. The two tech giants created a prototype system that played not only discs, but SNES cartridges as well. However, due to financial discrepancies, the two parted ways only months before any products saw the light of day. Sony then went on to build the PlayStation using that new CD-ROM technology, and Nintendo's still probably kicking themselves to this day. Fast forward to July 2015 when a father and son uncovered the ultimate gaming machine stored in their attic. The two claim to have come into possession of a weird Nintendo PlayStation hybrid when the Advanta Corporation held an auction after going bankrupt, and they were surprised to find the system in a random box they'd happened to purchase for a mere $75. After multiple tests and inspections, the machine was in fact dubbed authentic by gaming historians, and currently the two are in possession of the only Nintendo PlayStation console known to exist. The system's emergence has piqued interest from not only rabid Sony collectors, but Nintendo fanboys as well, but so far the pair have yet to sell the device despite sizable offers from around the world. And because of the incredible mystery surrounding it, and because it's literally one of a kind, it goes without saying that the Nintendo PlayStation is the rarest PlayStation console ever made. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of The Rarest, but hopefully you learned something about the wonderful world of PlayStation. Before I go, I'd like to wish our very own Neon a happy birthday, and look forward to next week's special countdown in honor of 25,000 subscribers on the RandomTens channel. It's gonna be a good one, hopefully. Until then, follow us on Twitter, make sure you subscribe for more collectible content, and, as I always say, happy hunting, baby rhinos.